I'm Jamie McNeil, and my sister is gonna have a birthday today. Ellen, sorry I kind of cut your hair off then. So is it off? No. I just paused it. Okay. He was made for the camera. We are going on a walk around the block for the dog, and Heather's brought her trusty balloon with her. Hi on the camera. Hi. Hello. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Come in. Woo! Hi, I'm Ellen, as you guessed, and today I'm going to be interviewing Mia Hamm. Give her a
Action.
Hey, Christy. So, did you hear about Tammy?
If so, then we have just the product for you.
Hey, Robert. See?
Hey Ellen, it's Mom. What I love about you most is your beautiful big heart. Whether it was when you were tiny, well maybe 6 or 7, and we were at Mystic Seaport and you wanted us to buy all the lobsters so you could rescue them and put them back into the sea. Or hosting a talent show when you were in high school to take care of the Haiti refugees that didn't have passports, so they were stuck inside a confine of the refugee camp, to working at Amnesty International, to asking people to send me love letters when you thought I was going to be alone on Christmas Day. But I think the thing that demonstrated to me the biggest heart you have is when we helped the homeless that year on Christmas Day, and of all the volunteers, you were the first one, Hanik followed you to sit down and actually talk one-on-one with the homeless, which very few people do, and that really moved me. I love you lots. You've got so much to do, so much more to do in your life, and I look forward to watching you.
When I first got to the city, Ellen was doing these songwriter night things where you could come and share a song you were working on / listen to what other people were working on, and it was right after all the lockdown stuff. So after so long just playing to me, it was nice to have an audience I respected.
Pizza nights, being welcomed into this amazing community, watching Ellen perform at Silver Lake Jams, and most recently, Girls' Night, bonding over boy drama and Ellen's amazing curly hair tutorial.
I really enjoyed our lunch at the Thai Kitchen last year because we got to spend some one-on-one time together, which was really special. We had never done that, even though I've known you for 27 years of your life. It was lovely.
Meeting Ellen for the first time at her pizza party, she was so welcoming, and also our girls' night, martinis night.
Hey, so it was really great working with you this year. I learned so much from you on the administrative side, the technical side, and it was really just great how you just created space for myself and others to just be vulnerable and transparent. I really appreciate that about you. You never judged, you always had an open door policy. Looking forward to building with you next year, and again, happy birthday.
The time that I had my first sleepover with Ellen in 9th grade, and she made me sleep on her dog's Tempur-Pedic bed because she was afraid of germs, but then she let her dog sleep in her bed with her. In all seriousness, I love you, Ellen, so much. Being your friend is one of the greatest joys of my life. I love you.
Ellen, I remember the first time that I met you was at the very first Silver Lake Jams. You're so kind and warm and friendly, and I'm just so happy I met you. And thank you for building such a wonderful community of people in the area that are just all super kind and sweet. You're amazing, and thank you for being born.
Ellen's got a big heart, right? I think we all know that. It's been dinged, probably, like everyone else's, but she knows how to support herself and others. She's very inclusive, support the world, yay! But I'd say my favorite memory of her is pretty recently when she was here for Thanksgiving and she had to get ready to go up to work, drive back to LA, and you know, she's getting things ready. She has 10 minutes to get ready and go to LA, and she goes, hey, I think I'll make eggs. What?
Our walks around the reservoir are some of my favorite moments together that I really deeply cherish. Welcoming the mornings or watching the sunset, and just really taking that time to connect and talk about everything under the sun. I always walk away feeling so much lighter and so grateful for our friendship and so connected in community. And a moment I'll never forget is watching you perform the first time at Hotel Cafe and really just getting to celebrate that electric moment with you.
We were all living at Buckingham Palace, but Amanda had gone out with some other friends to a gay club, so me, Ellen, and Paul decided we were just gonna head out. So we went out dancing, had a blast. We came home a little bit later, passed out, thought that was the end of it, but Amanda came back with some party goers from the gay club. I remember one dude literally jumped on top of Enrique while he's sleeping, started like stripping his clothes off or something like that. We thought that was the end of it, but the same person or maybe a different person literally creeped up outside of Ellen's window in the middle of the night and started videotaping her and some shit. It was just a wild night, one of the best for sure.
So many holidays, so many adventures, and more than anything, a whole load of laughter.
Happy birthday, Ellen. We were just reminiscing on our earlier times in Washington.
And the first day that I met you, actually, when we went to a couchsurfing concert.
And saw Tambo Feet.
And saw you also play.
It was pretty beautiful.
It was awesome. We miss you.
See you soon.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Our Dinner for Schmucks viewing experience is still burnt into my memory.
Hitchhiking in a Scooby-Doo van in the Whitsundays in Australia, and also that night staying in a hostel with 10 other people in the same room as us, and this one drunken French man coming home late at night and mistaking my bag for a toilet.
Ellen always seemed happiest when she had Mr. Peebles with her favourite dog, until now when she's got Ghosty the grandchild. Ellen always seems to be happy when she's got a dog with her.
You were the first baby born to our friend group in York, and we weren't much older than you are turning on the 15th. I can't believe you're going to be 27. Anyway, because you were the first baby, you were the only baby for a while who came away with us on weekends. We went to France when it was freezing cold. We spent a weekend in Wales. I can remember you standing on the breakfast table there for some reason. Anyway, you were a joy to be around, and obviously a good influence because we all ended up having children as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday and a superb year.
We were celebrating our dear friend June's birthday and talking about community and connection and the power of bringing people together, which is something that Ellen is so wonderful at and that I'm so grateful for.
So the first time I met Ellen, she was dressed up as Hernake. And the second time I met Ellen, I didn't really know what she looked like. So I walk in her house and she comes up to me running like, "Hey, John." And she gives me a hug and I was like, "Who are you?" I had no idea that was actually Ellen. And yeah, so that's the first time I actually saw her face, which was very funny.
Staying up with you, Ellen, on New Year's Day. We were the Sunrise Squad and just hugging each other all night long was so wonderful. Love you, Ellen.
I'm not sure if I'm able to pick one favorite memory with Ellen. They're all pretty special because Ellen's special. She's someone who makes everyone feel important and welcome the minute you meet her, and it's a genuine gift that she carries. It's pretty special. She's the reason I have all the friends in Silver Lake that I do. She's always down for a good adventure, and now we're knee twins, so I'm beyond grateful for you, Ellen. You and your kind heart and open arms.
That super fun hot day in Palm Springs for Meg's birthday when we were just floating, drunk, talking about life, and yeah, that was one of the best days ever.
It would have to be when we went to the last bookstore in dirty ass downtown LA. And I think after that we went for ice cream, but fire conversations. Happy birthday.
So one day we went outside to find a bunny on its side, a little baby bunny. And hi, Jamie. We called Ellen, who took it to Rowing Brook. Oh, first we fed it some milk, and it had a little milk mustache. And we, Ellen took it to Rowing Brook, tried to rehabilitate it, but on her next visit, was feeding the snakes, opened the freezer, and saw in a Ziploc bag a little bunny with a milk mustache. So Ellen's always had a great heart with humans and animals, and I love you, Elle.
I'll never forget when we were 12 years old, we went to New Hampshire, did a treetop adventure, and we got to see that amazing waterfall display.
That one time that Ellen and I took a little mini road trip to the beach, and we played that really fun game called How Far Can We Go on an Empty Tank of Gas. Turns out most of the way to the beach. And anyway, we got to the gas station, we got some snackies, got a slushie, start making our way down to the beach, we find some dope parking, get out, we're walking down there, we got our little hats on, covered in sunblock, and only then did we realize we went to the wrong beach. Oops. But honestly, not my first time doing that, so not only did I get some validation that everyone in LA goes to the wrong beach at a certain point, but I also got to spend more time with my friend, and we had snacks, and we had a slushie, and we just made the best of it, and that is the best that you can ask for.
So the ADD is real. I started recording this video like 100 times this week and kept getting distracted, so now I am in a baby changing room in the airport. But my journey across the pond reminded me of that time in Boston when you invited me to go to the Bastille concert, and we didn't have tickets. I don't know if it was sold out or if we were just too cheap to buy them. I'm assuming that we were just too cheap to buy them. But the plan was to literally just show up at the venue and expect to be let in, which is ridiculous, except it was you, so it really wasn't that ridiculous. And within 10 minutes, you had a full-on English accent and you're talking it up with their British tour manager, and then before we know it, he's letting us in the back door and we have floor seats to Bastille for free. I will literally never get sick of your charm.
Hanging out with Troop 6291.
One of my favorite memories together has to be when we organized that little winter soiree Christmas concert at the Outpost in Cambridge and brought together all of our friends and just sang Christmas songs all night.
My favorite memory with you is when we were walking the reservoir with Ghost and Pierogi, and I feel like you were just the best listener and so inquisitive despite barely really knowing me yet, and it felt like you cared, and I think that's something super special about you, is that you come off immediately genuine and authentic, and you know, it's selfless in a lot of ways, and I love you, and happy birthday.
Too many fun memories, but working with you on your video for Crying Over Milk was so much fun and really inspiring, and I can't wait to do it again. And also every single Silver Lake Jams, so much fun.
birthday, Ellen! One of my favorite memories of us would be when we were in Sihuatanejo, trying to find you a classical guitar, and we were just hanging out, strolling the streets, checking out some shops. Miss you. Happy birthday.
That time that we flew across Australia and my phone was broken and we thought we were going to be on the same flight, but we were not, and we were super late. I somehow made the flight. You did not. And I ended up in, where was it? Brisbane, Australia, alone and phoneless. And you got stranded back in Sydney. And we had a moment of panic, but we figured it out as we always did on our adventures. Love you.
Hi, happy birthday. I've been trying to think of a single memory all day and I can't, but just want you to know that knowing you has definitely changed my life for the better, and I love you and I hope you have a great day. When I'm not on the spot, we can laugh about funny things.
We were in Palm Springs, hanging out in the chairs that were in the pool for probably a good hour talking. And I can't even remember what we were talking about, but I just remember thinking in that moment, I really appreciate this conversation and I really appreciate Ellen and our friendship.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Chris here with my favorite Ellen memory of all time. That would have to be when we first met. I had just played the Lizard Lounge open mic for the first time, and I didn't know anybody in the room. And I remember taking off my guitar and going to sit back down at a table by myself. Then I see this young lady walk up to me, or I guess rather hobble over to my table, because at the time she was in a cast and had crutches, and she just struck up a conversation with me. And yeah, I think that is probably my favorite memory of Ellen, because it really shows the warmth that is her personality.
Hi Ellen, happy birthday. My favorite memory was when you created such a beautiful space for all those ladies in Vermont in peak pandemic, peak BLM protests, super tough time, and that was a really beautiful space and a really cherished memory, especially when we were making salads. And I think it was you who said this, but we were putting fresh herbs on the salads, and you were so mind blown that you could put leaves on other leaves. And I think of that every time I add fresh dill or parsley or basil to a salad that has other forms of leaves. And I love you. Mwah.
When we would try to have private date nights at your mom's place. And so we would take the paddle boards out, and I would sit on one end, you'd sit on the other end. There would be a small candle in the center, and we would just chat and talk about all the things that we had still not uncovered about each other's lives. And we didn't know it then, but sound carried the entire lake. And so everyone would know about what we were talking about. Those are good memories.
Ellen! Happy birthday! I miss you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm thinking about one of my favorite memories, and I think the obvious one coming to mind is when we snuck into the Sydney Opera House and you got up on stage and sang Feeling Good, circa 2017. Pretty epic. Probably would have gotten arrested if we tried to do that again, but good memories, many more to come. Hope you have an awesome year. Happy birthday.
My favorite memory with Ellen is any event that she has ever hosted, because every time I go to one, I make at least 2 or 3 new friends, and I think at this point, all of my friends in LA can be traced back to an event that Ellen has hosted, so thanks, girl.
I remember one time when Ellen was a child.
She couldn't decide whether to be werewolf or vampire.
Oh. And in the end, she chose growing in
Wolffire.
I remember the first time that I met Ellen was at the North End right after her set. And it was the first time that I went to a singer-songwriter night in LA that I was like, damn, they're so good. And so I had to go up and say something, and immediately she was like, come to my apartment next Thursday, we're doing a backyard show, you have to be there. And in our very brief conversation, it was the first time that I felt somebody had invited me to something here in LA and genuinely cared if I showed up. And I think that'll always be my favorite memory of Ellen because that has stayed consistent throughout our friendship. Every time she invites me to something or organizes something, it just feels like she genuinely cares if I show up. She values me, it's important, and just has a sense of community that I thought would take a lot longer to find here in LA. So I'm honored to be Ellen's friend, honored to celebrate the amazing years that she's lived and the many more she has to live, and excited to be here for it all. It's so difficult to think of one specific memory, but a moment I like to think about is when you got back from Australia and we were at some shitty Mission Hill party and we locked ourselves in a room and really acknowledged how close we had gotten over the last 2 years and what good friends we had become. And I view that as the start of many wonderful memories and a really beautiful life together.
Happy birthday, Ellen! Hope you have a great day! Bye!
Happy birthday, baby! My favorite memory with you, or just, there's too many to say favorite, but definitely our perfect Lesbo weekend in Sydney with Hops the bunny and the golden retrievers, and just having that time to reconnect with you, and it was truly one of the best weekends of my life. I love you.
I've had so many days to think about a favorite memory, but now, standing in a bathroom at a hotel, I've decided that a lifetime's worth of memories can't be condensed down to one. So love you, and to many more.
Happy birthday. Remember that time at Bebop when we played Superstition with the old beat up piano there? I think of that fondly all the time. Anyways, hope you're doing well. Have a great birthday.
Peace. For me, it has to start with the first jams and when I first met you, because you were just, I had no idea what to expect coming into the jams, but you were just so welcoming, so genuine, and just like a very sweet demeanor. And I don't know a ton of people like that, and I think it takes a certain type of like person to be like that. So I love that and don't ever lose that.
Happy 27th birthday, Ellen. Over the past 5 years, I've really gotten to know you, and I'm really grateful for all the laughs and deep conversations we've shared. I really admire your spirit and admiration and passion for life and the people around you, and you've been a big role model for me for the past few years. So I'm very grateful to have you in my life, and I can't wait for, like a lifetime more of adventures together. Love you.
Meeting Ellen has definitely been the highlight of my year, for sure. She's the dopest chick. She's so wise beyond her years. Talented. She's got swagger. I adore her. And honestly, I just love grabbing coffee with her. I feel like we could talk about anything, and I'm so glad I met her. Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday! Woo! Happy birthday, Ellen.
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 Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen. Woo-wee, woo-wee.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
We hope you have a great day. We love you.
Love you.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen, and a Merry Christmas. Love and miss you. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen. Cheers.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
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 Happy birthday, Ellen. Woohoo!
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen!
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen. Love you. Happy birthday, Ellen, from sunny Yorkshire. Woo! Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen.
Happy birthday, Ellen, from Toby and Mom.
Give him a round of applause. Okay, that's the end of our show, sadly, but we're going to be singing one more song, Jingle Bell Rock. Everybody, come on! I know you will. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell.